Welcome, boys and girls, to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm your random asshole, Christopher Steele.
Another random asshole, Dustin Rhoads. Welcome to the show.
And like we said last week, this will be a heavily Ant-Man and the Wasp. I paid for us to go see for his late birthday.
Right, thank you very much again. That was fucking awesome.
I don't get critics. I mean, this was one of the top.
Yeah.
Out of 20 MCU movies, it's got to be at least in the top 10.
Oh, I'd give it top 5.
If not top 5, definitely top 10.
Let me think.
Infinity War is definitely still number 1.
Oh, yeah. Infinity, until the next one comes out. Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely in that top 5.
Right.
I'd have to go with Thor Ragnarok being in that top 5.
Yeah.
This, I think, is definitely in the top 5. Maybe Civil War being the next one.
If it's not, it's like 6.
Right.
Maybe
it's
7.
definitely better than the first one.
Yeah, which was a good movie too.
Right. It just expounds upon that universe.
I'd put in my top 5 would also be Doctor Strange.
Yep. That'd be my.
I'm gonna say probably Infinity War, Doctor Strange, both Guardians, because I love those movies.
I would go with Guardians 2 over Guardians 1. Guardians 1.
Thor Ragnarok, so that's probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So,
Doctor Strange automatically makes my top 10 for having Pink Floyd on the soundtrack. So, there's that. Okay. Within the first 5 minutes, we're going to give it a short...
Spoiler alert.
Right? Definite spoiler alert. But give it like a short star review, anything you'd want to change on it, and then we'll dive into the story.
I don't know what I would change, if anything. I
already told you one thing I would have changed.
Right. That would have been great. Other than that, it didn't really need any changes.
Not really. Just one little bit, and that one action sequence needed one little thing, and it would have been 1,000 times better. But out of 5 stars,
4.5.
Agreed.
There's always room for improvement. I don't give perfect.
It takes a hell of a movie to get a perfect review. Just like it takes a hell of a shitty movie to get a perfectly 0 review.
And there's one negative.
Right.
The skulls.
The skulls definitely takes the bottom of the barrel.
So, like I said, critics do not know what they're fucking talking about. They say this is crap, right?
Yeah, let me go into here's the critical response. On Rotten Tomatoes, it gets an 86 because, fans know what the hell they're talking about. Peter Travers of Rolling Stones gives it 3 out of 4 stars. So yeah, fair, Simon Abrams from RogerEbert.com says that the film was good enough, a messy but satisfying sequel. He felt there was a lot of filler subplots. That was Ann Hornaday said that there was.
I disagree with that.
Ann Hornaday called the film insanely forgettable and criticized the plot, for which she felt included some filler subplots, but found the film to be no less enjoyable because of this. And it's true. But it's not true. It's definitely enjoyable, but it's not instantly forgettable. We've been talking about this fucking movie for...
hours.
About 6 hours now, yeah. Definitely 4 hours. And then the last one...
I'm going to also state this. The reason I think critics are stupid is they're saying this is a bad movie or iffy movie when it's a great movie.
Right.
Phenomenal.
Someone actually had the audacity to say that the focus on Lily as a better hero than Red was just checking off boxes in the name of gender equality. And I'm saying, fuck you. It actually makes sense in the story because she is his fucking daughter. Right. She is going to know that tech 1,000 times
his
better.
Daughter. She is the original Ant-Man and the Wasp daughter.
Yeah. She would know that tech better than anybody else.
Except for Hank.
Yeah. And even then,
Right.
like, she takes after her mom, and her mom's got that little bit of extra drive that you know, she plants the antenna and whatnot.
On the flip side, a movie that
Critics love,
I hated, Black Panther.
and I have to disagree with you on that, because
I think it's the worst MCU movie.
no. Fuck no. Oh, fuck no. No. The worst one is The Incredible Hulk.
I think this is worse than that.
It's
think
not.
Black Panther
It's
is.
not. Because The Incredible Hulk didn't even try to fucking stick to a Hulk-like story. It's just like, we got Edward Norton and a big green guy. And then find another big green guy. Black Panther, if you know anything about the comics, holds true to the Black Panther comics. More than any of the other fucking ones in the MCU so far. A lot of people don't like it because it seems extremely racist, because...
I didn't feel that.
But no, a lot of the critics are
right.
like, there's where they won't give the technology to the white man. I'm like, well, if I was them, I wouldn't either. I mean, shit. White men have done what to prove their fucking, their trust, their worthiness? Nothing. Like, Thor is about the only white guy that he should be given any kind of fucking powers to. Who does he give the shield to? Fucking Captain America.
The most racist.
Yeah, well, it's like, what the fuck?
Actually, they tried to make Captain America less racist by giving him a black sidekick.
Right. Falcon, yeah. No. Black Panther by far is not the worst one.
My opinion was.
I mean, you can have your opinion. You can be wrong all you want, but that movie was not that bad.
I'm always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Yeah, in your own mind. I honestly think that the one of the better things about the Black Panthers, they did get a great racist joke out of it. Unknowingly racist joke out of it. The two main white stars of the movie are Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis, so they at least have the two Tolkien white guys.
Right.
Like, that's a great joke, but I mean, I can see flaws in it. I'm not saying it's a flawless, by no means a 5-star movie. It's not even better than fucking this one. Better than Ant-Man and Wasp totally beats the shit out of Black Panther. But it's not a terrible movie.
But every review of it is, oh, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. No, it sucks.
I got to agree that it's the best Marvel movie of all the movies from starring Marvel characters to star a black superhero. Because the Blade movies fucking sucked.
Boy, I thought it was a lot better.
The first two Blade movies were fucking terrible. Blade Trinity was the only one that was worth a fucking fuck.
I didn't care for the second one, Blade.
And it was god awful. And the first one, Wesley Snipes was not anywhere close to fucking playing Blade smoothly. He was so stilted in his acting and his fucking action. It was terrible. Wesley Snipes killed the first one.
All right.
Stephen Dorff killed the second one. Ryan Reynolds saved the third one.
Ryan Reynolds and Triple H.
And Triple H. The dog. Triple H and the dog. Like
Parker Posey didn't do too bad.
Oh no, Parker Posey saves everything she's in.
But people want to give shit to Triple H. He actually was one of the saving factors of Blade.
Yeah, he's one of the main reasons I wouldn't actually went and fucking seen that movie at all. I would not have seen that had it not had Triple H in it. I would have been like,
Ryan
fuck,
Reynolds,
another. No, at that time I didn't give a shit who Ryan Reynolds was. It was that movie that made me go, hey, that Ryan Reynolds cat from that fucking sitcom from ABC, he's actually kind of funny. Like, I hadn't seen Van Wilder at that point. I didn't know or give a shit who the fuck Ryan Reynolds was. And
I didn't like Van Wilder.
Movie. I mean, either after I watched it. But, I mean, I would have known who he was had I seen that movie. I knew him from fucking Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. I didn't even know his fucking name. I'm just like, hey, it's the tall pizza guy.
Waiting is what really set me off to him, Ryan Reynolds.
Wait, what was it?
Waiting.
Still haven't seen that either. I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
That was about the same time, wasn't it?
It was
a little bit after.
It was a little bit after Van Wilder by at least a good 5 years. Because by the time Waiting had come out, I had seen Blade Trinity and knew who the fuck Ryan Reynolds was.
But this is a great movie.
Right. Okay, the only thing I can say about Black Panther is it embraced the source material to the fullest. Like, everything that Black Panther had going for him in the comics, they tried to put out on screen. Some people didn't like Black Panther the comic either, because of just the name alone. You know, Black Panther's fucking bunch of black racists and their fucking Black Panther party trying to stay. It was a fucking white dude that started the damn comic.
And see, that's why I said I might like this. Cause I don't generally, might seem racist of me, I don't like black movies, black TV shows.
Right. You weren't raised in that culture. You don't know the experience of it. You don't.
But I knew this is from white guys.
Right. Exactly. Well, kinda. The origin of Black Panther comes from white guys. This is a fucking black heavy movie, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Directed by Ryan Coogler.
But the source material is from white guys.
Right. Yeah, it's based on fucking character by Stan Lee and fucking Jack Kirby, so it stands a good chance of being a really good fucking character. Now, I fell in love with Black Panther in the mid-90s when I started reading, like, the second string characters, the Deadpools, the Black Panthers, the Iron Mans, where I started to find my respect for the lesser characters, because they had better writers at the time, honestly.
Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
Which is actually, I would say, is a second string.
Second string Marvel superhero, first string Norse god. I'll go with that.
Superhero wise, comic book wise, he's a second. Marvel Comics, he's a second string character.
Was
until the movies.
Yeah, because like now there is no such thing as a second string Marvel character. Like everybody's everybody's made to be big shit now because it's a Marvel property.
Don't matter. War Machine's still a second.
And see, War Machine's my favorite of all the Iron Man fucking side characters. Like War Machine, even trumps Iron Man.
Right. But there is still character. U.S. Agent.
Right.
It is actually probably like a fifth string.
Right. Well, actually, U.S. Agent is just fucking Bucky, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that Bucky when he took over the Captain America mantle?
I don't think so.
And then Cap decided to come back, so he became U.S. Agent?
Maybe, but I don't think so. And if I'm not mistaken, U.S. Agent, War Machine, and some of the other ones.
It is not. His name's John Walker.
That went to the West Coast.
Right.
What Avengers West Coast instead of being they were Avengers members, but decided to split off and go to the West Coast, go to California and make the team.
Right. Become the Avengers of the West Coast or West Coast Avengers, whatever you want. Okay. Now, U.S. Agent started off as Super Patriot, and he was later redesigned as the new incarnation of Captain America, and then just turned into fucking U.S. Agent so they could have all three of those characters. So he's technically still Super Patriot, which just that name sounds stupid. Let's be honest.
U.S. Agent still is kind of stupid, but
right.
You think he'll show off in a movie?
Fuck no.
He'll show off in like a Netflix original.
Right. Wouldn't surprise me if was he a Defender? No. Let's see.
Don't matter. None of the Defenders were
No, they're actually the Heroes for Hire, which kind of pisses me off.
Right. Well, Luke Cage and Iron Fist are Heroes for Hire. I take it back. Luke Cage was a Defender. Because the leader of the Defenders paid his contract.
The founders of the Defenders are Doctor Strange, the Hulk, and Submariner.
Right.
Okay. Let me see if they have any of the other guys in here. Power Man. Power Man is of the recruits from the early 70s.
And he was hero for hire.
Right.
He was going to go back, and then
Iron Fist was a defender for a day. Literally what it said. Like,
right.
Defenders for a day. Iron Fist. Rival group. Nope.
Power Man, Luke Cage. Is
Yeah.
the only.
Yep.
And
Luke
Iron
Cage.
Fist.
And they were their own fucking comic for a while, weren't they? Luke Cage
Heroes
and
for
Iron
Hire?
Fist. No, outside of that, they had Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Probably.
Heroes for Hire. Yeah, that's the first. Heroes for Hire was originally
Power Man.
and Iron Fist. Originally called Luke Cage Hero for Hire, then Luke Cage Power Man. Now it is known as Heroes for Hire. But what I want to
Because
know.
there's other Heroes for Hire as well.
Right.
But those were the two that started.
Hero for Hire, Power Man, Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire. They're not actually a team. This is more just an anthology. But like Daredevil is one of the Heroes for Hire. No.
Jewel, of course, would be because she's Power Man's. Yeah, she's not Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started off as Luke Cage's solo comic. Luke Cage Hero for Hire.
Right.
Oh. I guess they are a team.
Yeah.
Let's look at the members. Luke Cage and Iron Fist were the first members. Then this Heroes for Hire 2 were Human Torch, Ant-Man, Black Knight, Hercules, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, She-Hulk, Athena, White Tiger. I don't see Daredevil anywhere in this, actually. No. Doctor Strange. Here's the best one. The one we'll probably get when they do a Heroes for Hire team. Ooh, that's a tough one. I got actually two really good. 4 and 5 are really badass. I'm just gonna go with the main names off of like 4: Black Widow, Elektra, Falcon, Ghost Rider, Iron Fist, Moon Knight, Punisher, Silver Sable, Spider-Man. That's like almost 10 fucking badasses on one team. The next one only has 6 people on it, but 4 of them are fucking just badass. Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Black Panther, with Ahmed and Nate Dawes. Like I haven't seen either of those.
Basically, that team you just named.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to it.
Heroes for Hire 4, 5.
Yeah.
Hulk, Iron Fist, Black Panther, Doctor Strange.
All right. Well, actually, we'll just go this way. The Defenders, Netflix Defenders. I'm gonna guess it's gonna add a member
Probably.
with Punisher. So it'll be Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones been Hero for Hire?
Yes.
Alright.
Wait. Has she been a Hero for Hire?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. Jessica Jones.
Or Jewel.
Neither.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Considering her husband is. Her and Power Man got married and had a kid.
Right?
That's why it's weird that Jessica Jones is on that list.
It is.
So even though 2 of them haven't been, out of the 5, have not been Heroes for Hire, it still makes more sense
Right.
to be Heroes for Hire because Jessica Jones eventually marries Luke Cage, Power Man, and Daredevil's teamed up with those guys.
Right.
just makes them.
Well,
But they're going to be defenders.
yeah, they can do whatever. As I said before the show, they're going to do whatever they want in this universe. That's what they do. They made it blatantly noted. That's why when we were talking about Scott Lang's daughter becoming new Wasp, and then we found out later she was fucking Stinger, which is basically just Wasp but with a little bit more fucking firepower, is a perfect example of how they can just do whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want.
I would. She's about a stature and Stinger.
Right.
And
she could be both. You know, because they basically did Ant-Man, Giant Man.
And Giant Woman.
Was she Giant Woman? I don't think she was Giant Woman.
It doesn't say in her aliases. It says in a story, the Marvel Ultimates.
Oh yeah, in the other versions, yeah.
She's Giant Woman.
Initially, it's Giant Woman. Yep. Good eye. Okay, you want to run over the storyline of it at this point? I mean, we said spoilers. We might as well be true to it.
Yeah.
It's the story of Hank and Hope trying to find Janet, who placed an antenna in Scott.
Right. When he went
to the what the fuck do they call it? Quantum realm.
Yeah.
He has a vision of Janet.
Well, they had started up their quantum tunnel.
Yes.
And
that let the signal be reflected back off to him 3 days before his fucking house arrest is done. He calls Hank, doesn't get an answer, but instead of getting an answer, gets kidnapped for his trouble.
But his
she was nice enough to take off the bracelet or the ankle bracelet.
I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing the way they did it was
shrink him down,
and left his ankle monitor the same size.
Right.
And then
put it on the ant.
Put the ant and enlarge the ant.
Right. Makes the most sense.
Because they never show you
how it's done. It just happens.
They do the switch a couple of times.
Right.
What are you?
Everybody comes back. New characters are introduced. In the trailers, they lead you to believe that the bad guy is the one that's ghosting through walls and all that good shit.
Yes and no.
More of a tweener role. More of like you can see the bad. That yes, they're doing bad things, but it's for a good reason. Their life. If they don't, they're gonna die. It makes everything makes sense.
The real bad guy is a mobster type guy.
Sonny Burch.
And guess what? The biggest joke the one that had the best payoff was about Truth Serum.
Yes. Oh my God. The Truth Serum. Not gonna ruin the joke. Just gonna spoil it by saying when you think that the joke is done, it comes back and bites twice as hard.
It's hilarious.
Like, it is such a good payoff for that joke. Oh my God. Now, the only thing that I would change about the movie is there's an action sequence where Wasp throws a Pez dispenser out the back of a...
It's in the trailer.
Throws a Pez dispenser out the back of a vehicle and makes it huge. I would have enjoyed it if it was while it was in the air, the head caught the ground and popped a Pez out onto the road, a giant Pez out onto the road.
Right.
It would have made my day. Like, I was like sitting there anticipating when it to happen. I'm like, next time. Next time.
I one of the reasons I have liked these movies is they do silly stuff like that.
Right.
It was a Hello Kitty Pez dispenser.
Yep.
That
which
Cassie gave to.
Can I just go out on a limb and say that that's a nod back to Deadpool? That Deadpool is in this universe backhandedly, because in his in the first movie, he's got the Hello Kitty whatnot, but they got the big skycraft from Avengers, the helicarrier, and then this, like, it's heavily about like Civil War, Avengers, whatnots going on, and there's like a little nod of the Hello Kitty that Deadpool is just so obsessed about.
In the first one, it was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right.
That's what really sold that movie. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
I
Dude,
love that.
The tie down on the tracks, and it's looking all menacing and shit, and they do the wide shot of the little room, and just
Thomas the Tank Engine, the blowing to the giant Thomas the Tank Engine.
Now,
great.
We're getting close to the end. We didn't really do much spoiling on the story. We kind of just gave you a nice intro to it. But should we throw in the massive spoiler of that mid-credit sequence?
Oh, yeah.
Do some discussion on that? Okay. This is what led us to the discussion of bringing her, the little girl, in as a Wasp, but Stinger or Stature would be a great one to go with as well. But they find Janet, and they are healing Ghost, who was in this weird quantum explosion that made it to where she phases through walls and shit. And Janet has the ability to somehow heal her and prevent that from happening anymore. But they go back into the
stabilize her.
She stabilizes her, but they're going back to the quantum realm to find the healing particles to cure her. Well, they send in Scott, and he's in there, and he's like, "All right, time for me to come out, okay." And
come on, guys.
No reply, and he's like, "Ha ha ha! Very funny. This is."
You told me not to mess around. You're the one that told me quit messing around. You're the one that told me not to mess around.
Right, and they cut out to the. Oh,
Twisty.
Funny. Alien threatening to destroy the planet, and that's where it cuts me off. They cut back to the rooftop, and all you see is the headset and like everything that everybody was holding just kind of dangling there, and they're like Infinity War ashes of them fading away
are actually going down.
Yeah, they're
falling down.
They're taken out of existence, leaving Scott in the quantum realm. Now, we have this little idea that Louise should go looking for his van because that's where the new quantum tunnel is in the back of Louise's van, and the little girl should just be like, with him. Right. They're trying to find her dad and his van, and they find the van, and the quantum thing is wide open, and he's got no clue what to do, but she just is like, "Oh, I got this," and just like hops on the radio app, here's her dad, and is like, "Oh shit," and pulls him out, and boom.
Do they have to pull him out, or they do something with the computer? Because that's...
I would say have her have to do something with the computer, like figure something out. She's just like, "Oh, that was easy," and like all this shit that's taken years for the Pyms and Van Dynes to get right, she can just... It's like second nature to her.
Right.
And then
it was a great
movie, fun romp.
Great ending.
Yes.
A great way to tie it into Infinity War.
Yeah. There's a great tie in there.
The thing that I'm thinking somebody's gonna pull him out pretty quickly.
Right.
And
Iron Man, Strange, or Hulk are probably the three best. Maybe even Thor. Like Heimdall
maybe his daughter.
Heimdall's still alive, right? Or did Heimdall get killed?
Killed.
Damn. I was gonna say because he could see everything, so.
He got killed right after he sent Hulk. Bruce Banner back.
That's right.
But it doesn't mean he's dead.
Rocket would be a good choice as well. Rocket,
the only Guardian to survive.
That would be the way to tie it all into Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I honestly, I'm trying to figure out where the hell they're going to go with the Ant-Man story. That wouldn't involve them trying to put the kid in the suit. And the only thing I can think still involves putting the kid in the suit, but it has to do with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I don't see him going to the Guardians. Yeah. Maybe in a fourth or fifth Guardians. But I know their plans are Adam Warlock.
Yes, Adam Warlock is definitely getting something somewhere.
A heavy. They're not gonna have it focused on Star Wars like the last two. It's gonna be Gamora focused.
Right.
So Gamora is coming back.
It kind of has to. She's got too much shit she has yet to do.
Right, but
same with Drax. Like, Drax has a lot of shit left to do in his story.
Well, we already know most of the characters that
everybody's coming the fuck back. We know
died during or got blinked out of existence.
Right.
Are coming back.
Right, because he technically didn't blink them out of existence, because if he blinked them out of existence, they would have never existed, and the situations that these people were in wouldn't be. Like, Scott Lang would get ripped right out of the quantum realm. He'd be probably sitting in prison because he's a dumbass, and he'd have never met Hank Pym or Hope Van Dyne. So They weren't blinked out of existence. They were blinked to death. They were just snapped into death.
All right.
He erased them from currently existing, but did not. Regardless, great fucking story. What do you want to do pigs-wise?
That's tough.
While you're thinking about it, I just wanted to point out that they do concurrently tell this Ant-Man and Wasp story tells all angles of the Ant-Man Wasp tale a lot more intricately than they did in the first one. They established the characters well in the first one, and then expounded upon the history of these characters in this one.
Right.
And we finally get to see Michael fucking Douglas in the classic Ant-Man costume. Like, the first Ant-Man looking costume. And it's like, yes!
Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet.
Amazing job. That was one of the complaints, actually, was not enough Michelle Pfeiffer. And it's like, well, no. They want you to come back for the third one when they do Ant-Man and Wasp 2. Or Ant-Man 2.
Ant-Man, Wasp, and Stinger.
Right? And Stinger. There you go. I think you do it, call it the Pym Legacy, and have at the end of it you find out that Hope's pregnant. With Scott's kid.
I'm thinking on something along the lines of characters that the MCU hasn't used yet that we want to see.
Okay. Yeah, hell yeah. I think we've done something similar, but hell yeah. I've always got a list of guys that I want to see.
I'll let you start.
American Eagle.
You've done that one before?
Yep.
That one before?
Yep. But that one's the one I'm like just staunchly that it's the one culture that has not been put into a superhero on fucking any screen. Any screen. Like, short of Tonto, which wasn't really a superhero, it was just a dude.
No, but
of a Marvel superhero, American Eagle is probably...
What's his name is going to be in New Mutants?
Warpath?
Is it Warpath or the brother?
Because Warpath was supposed to be in Apocalypse or Days of Future Past, and he was for like all of 2 seconds, and it's like, right. Fuck off with this bullshit. No.
Was Warpath the one that died in Giant Size X-Men?
Yes.
Or was it the brother?
Oh, shit. I think it was Warpath.
No, the brother's going to be in Mutants.
Thunderbird was the first one.
Thunderbird
was the one that got killed.
In Giant Size X-Men. Warpath is the one that's... Okay. So there you go. On that culture.
Yeah, but...
Yes and no.
Even so, like, how much did they expound upon Warpath or fucking Thunderbird in any of the movies or cartoons?
Well, we don't know how much they're going to do with expounding on them in New Mutants.
Right. And it would be... God, it would be so great.
Alright. I am going to go with... You know what? I'm going to go with U.S. Agent.
Yeah, I could. That would be a good... When they kill Captain off, it would be a good one to fill in. Have U.S. Agent stuff.
Let's introduce him now.
Right.
So we can kill Captain America off.
And still have that character point.
And still have a...
I say fuck it, make that Bucky. Make Bucky U.S. agent.
He's Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they really do just need to introduce a new person.
Right. All right, your next one. Because I got my next one, if you don't say it.
I'm trying to think of what the hell they called him. Might take a minute. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go with. Okay, are we including like the X-Men franchise since Disney is buying out Fox?
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, I'll go with Proteus.
Proteus is a good one.
It's a story that can span so many, just be a through line of an entire fucking franchise.
I'm gonna go with. This is a secondary character, but the MCU is good.
Good about that.
Good with secondary characters. The person that's kind of been introduced,
Okay.
but not really. Wonder Man.
Oh yeah. That'd be great.
Nathan Fillion, Wonder Man. Because Nathan Fillion actually did Wonder Man shit. Actually, whatever his alter ego is. Wonder Man's real name.
Give me a second. Wonder Man. Simon Williams.
Simon Williams. Nathan Fillion did shit for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Simon Williams. As Simon Williams, but I think it was all cut. Was the movie poster somewhere?
Nathan Fillion was set to appear as Simon Williams on movie posters set within the MCU, including a fictional biopic of Tony Stark in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Fillion released a picture from the film's set where the character, as an actor, is portraying Archon. Though the scenes were cut from the movie, Gunn acknowledged the character would return, or could return, in future installments of the franchise.
I'm hoping they... Because I actually hope they keep the nod and
Right.
Simon and have him become Wonder Man, and it be Nathan Fillion.
That would be great.
Because Nathan Fillion is actually a great actor.
Did you see they've released a title for the new Spider-Man movie? Far From Home. I think they did that backwards, guys. It's Far From Home first, then Homecoming.
What it's gonna be in Japan?
Probably. Well, wasn't he out in space with fucking Tony?
Sure.
What
But
was this, my second or third? This would be my third, right?
Right.
My final technically has been used. He's been introduced, well established and introduced in the MCU. They just haven't given him his powers and his name yet. Red Hulk.
Right.
I want Thunderbolt Ross to
Ross.
Hulk out. That's where my last bit of I'll let you do yours, and I got an honorable mention, but I never see it happening.
And what I've heard is Phase 4 is gonna have Thunderbolts,
Which would be fucking great. God, that would be awesome.
and if so, they have to have General
right,
Ross.
because it's named after him, for fuck's sake. You can't have the Thunderbolts without Thunderbolt Ross.
I'm guessing that they do something like he leads this group to
Find and trap the Hulk.
no, not the Hulk,
Or
the people like Captain America, anybody that
isn't going with the Accords.
right
Because they still have not fucking panned out these Accords yet.
No, they're mentioned. Scott made a deal. So did
Tony.
Hawkeye.
Oh yeah. Hawkeye made a deal. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'll never be Hawkeye again.
Well, he made a deal because he was he took place in Civil War.
Right.
But they said in Infinity Wars that he made a deal so he wouldn't be in prison for the rest of his life. So he could be with his family. All right, so my final one. Is a person that's been used quite extensively, but not MCU. I can't wait to see Professor X
In the MCU.
in the MCU.
Yes.
And yes, I really rather them go back to Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart is and always will be
The best.
Professor X, in my opinion. So, we're running long, so
Yeah, we got all over three.
did you want to honorable mention?
Better Ray Bill.
All right.
He's technically in it in Guardians 2 for like on the side of the one building. Or Thor Ragnarok. But until he actually shows up, I don't count it.
All right, so I do want an honorable mention.
Okay.
And it's on the same lines as yours. Thunderstrike.
Yes. Love that.
When Helmsworth wants to call quits,
Yep.
bring in Thunderstrike.
And pick his brother. Just use Chris Hemsworth and make him Thunderstrike, and people will be like, "What the hell?" And it'd be perfect.
All right, so until next time,
Like,
share,
subscribe,
comment,
comment.
notification bell.
Ding.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your frenemies. As always,
Keep it random. And
peace
among
among worlds.